Imagine a cramped New York apartment, not with furniture, but with mountains of cash, stacks of 20s, money counting machines humming. This isn't fiction. It's the front line of a new global crime wave. Law enforcement is finding more of these cash stash houses, all linked to Chinese money laundering networks. These groups help cartels and mafias turn dirty money into clean cash, fueling global crime. Criminals have piles of cash they can't use, while many in China want to move their money out. Chinese laundering groups bridge these worlds, connecting cartel cash with Chinese capital. The system is nearly invisible. Money moves through people, apps, and secret codes. This network stretches from American streets to Chinese cities and European ports. It's a story about money, crime, and the hidden connections shaping our world. Let's dive into the world's most sophisticated money laundering machine. Money laundering is like a washing machine for dirty cash. Criminals earn dirty money from illegal activities, drugs, theft, fraud. If they spend it openly, they risk getting caught. So they make it look clean, like it came from a legal source. There are three main steps: placement, layering, and integration. Placement, sneaking dirty cash into the financial system. Layering, moving money around to hide its origin. Integration, spending it on homes, cars, or businesses so it looks legitimate. This process hides crime and lets criminal groups grow. It's the financial engine behind global crime. Without laundering, dirty money is useless. With it, criminals can expand and operate in plain sight. That's why money laundering is at the heart of so many criminal enterprises. It's not just about hiding cash, it's about power. Today's launderers use technology and global networks to stay ahead. Understanding these basics is key to seeing how new networks have changed the game. The next scenes will show you how. Mexican drug cartels used to struggle moving their cash. Smuggling it was risky and expensive. But around 2017, they found a better partner: Chinese money laundering networks. These groups operate like global franchises, using technology and charging tiny fees, sometimes just 1% to 2%. That means more profit for the cartels and a safer, faster way to move money. The Chinese networks are so efficient they can move millions in hours, not weeks. It's not just Mexican cartels. Italian mafias and other global crime groups now use these services. The secret? The vast Chinese diaspora with brokers in every major city, ready to move money at a moment's notice. A broker in New York can connect with one in Shanghai or Rome instantly. This makes Chinese laundering groups the bankers of choice for the world's most dangerous criminals. They've built a global, invisible financial system for crime, and it's changing the underworld forever. The U.S. is in the grip of a deadly fentanyl crisis. Over 112,000 overdose deaths in 2023 alone. Fentanyl, made in Mexico with chemicals from China, is flooding American streets. The profits? Mountains of U.S. cash, all needing to be laundered. Chinese money launderers are the key. They don't just clean the money, they make the whole fentanyl business possible. By offering fast, cheap laundering, they supercharge cartel profits and efficiency. This encourages more production, more sales, and more deaths. The money laundering system is the engine behind the fentanyl trade. Without it, cartels would be slower, riskier, and less profitable. The flow of money is as deadly as the flow of drugs. To fight the overdose crisis, we have to fight the money networks too. Chinese laundering groups have solved the cartel's biggest problem. And in doing so, they're helping fuel a public health disaster. Stopping the money is critical to saving lives. The crisis is about more than drugs. It's about the cash that keeps it all moving. How do these networks move millions without a trace? They use mirror transfers, a high-tech twist on ancient underground banking. Here's how it works. A drug dealer in Chicago gives $50,000 in cash to a Chinese broker. The broker doesn't ship the money. Instead, he messages a partner in China using an app like WeChat. At the same time, a Chinese business person wants to move $50,000 to the US. That person gives the equivalent in yuan to the broker in China. Once the yuan is received, the Chicago broker releases the $50,000 in the US to whoever the business person wants. The cartel gets paid in pesos elsewhere in the network. No money crosses borders, just messages and trust. The transactions mirror each other, leaving no bank records for police to follow. It's all off the books, based on trust and encrypted communication. This system is nearly invisible to law enforcement. It's fast, global, and almost impossible to disrupt. The perfect tool for modern crime. Why is there so much demand for US dollars in China? Wealthy Chinese want to move their money out fast. They fear government crackdowns, asset seizures, and a shaky economy. Real estate and stocks are down, and people want safer investments abroad. But China's strict capital controls limit legal transfers to $50,000 a year. For the rich, that's nowhere near enough. So they turn to underground banking, paying brokers to move millions out, bypassing government rules. This demand for dollars creates a perfect market for cartel cash. The launderers match Chinese clients with cartel money, moving funds invisibly across borders. It's a win-win for both sides. Criminals get clean money, and Chinese clients get their wealth out. The system thrives on fear, opportunity, and strict government controls. And it's fueling a global shadow economy. The more uncertainty in China, the more business for the launderers. That's why this network keeps growing. US law enforcement saw the shift to Chinese money laundering and launched Project Sleeping Giant. The goal: target the new networks washing cartel money. In Queens, New York, agents found command centers and stash houses packed with cash and currency counters. These operations were highly organized, hiding behind legitimate businesses. But fighting them isn't easy. Language barriers, cultural gaps, and security clearance issues make infiltration tough. There aren't enough agents who speak Mandarin or understand the networks. Coordination between agencies was also lacking. DEA, FBI, Treasury, and Justice had to learn to work together. The problem is global, but responses were often local. Recently, cooperation has improved, and even China has shown some willingness to help. But the networks are always adapting. Law enforcement is racing to keep up. The battle is far from over. One case shows how these networks operate and how they can be taken down. Xi Li, a top money broker, ran a vast laundering operation for the cartels. He had teams in the US picking up drug cash and deep ties to Chinese triads. Li even bought a casino in Guatemala to mix drug money with legitimate earnings. The DEA spent years tracking his network, mirror transfers, front companies, and global connections. The evidence was overwhelming. Hundreds of millions laundered for violent cartels. Li's arrest and conviction were a major win for law enforcement. The case revealed the scale and sophistication of the new Chinese-led networks. It proved these weren't small-time operations, but a coordinated global machine. The intelligence gained is still guiding investigations today. The fight continues, but the Li case showed these networks can be cracked, and every win matters. This isn't just a problem for police or faraway governments. Chinese money laundering networks are fueling the deadliest drug crisis in US history. They make it easy for cartels to profit, driving overdose deaths in every community. But it's bigger than drugs. Laundered money corrupts economies, inflates housing prices, and lets criminals buy power. These networks also enable other crimes: human trafficking, cybercrime, and more. When crime syndicates get this powerful, they can challenge governments and weaken the rule of law. Stopping the flow of dirty money is about protecting our communities, our economy, and our security. It takes international cooperation, resources, and public awareness. The fight against invisible money is a fight for a safer, fairer world, and it affects us all.